Hi guys. Well, I wanted to play this little thing. Usually I don't record what I'm playing because it adds on my shoulders such a huge amount of stress that I play like hell, and this was no exception because I made several mistakes, whether it's rhythm or anything, but I don't really care because I wanted to make that short intro because, you know, I've been robbed. I have lost my main computer. I don't have many editing capacities. I haven't extracted my new intro back, so right now I'm doing that kind of an intro, something, you know, playing a bit around, but because I consider this robbery being kind of a survival situation, I don't want to let those bastards win anything, so I've decided to make that video for several reasons. One of my subscribers has sent me a video camera with the tripod, and actually this has just helped me so much because you may know or may not know that I use video for my personal activities, but also sometimes I bring my video gear to make videos for companies because I use video as a support for my activity, and this is no exception. I was using for a mandate, a contract, video gear, and I was forced to cancel several contracts because of that. So yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to the guy from France who sent me, you know who you are, who sent me this this camera, which will help me to get back on tracks way easier than if I had to wait on the insurance company, because I'm not even sure I will get shit back from them. So I'm waiting. I will know as soon as possible. So as I said, I don't want to let those bastards win, so I'm gonna make a video without editing, or with very minimal editing, what I can do with what I have currently. So probably in iPhone or on camera editing. I'm not sure, I haven't discovered this function yet on that camera. I hope the sound is okay for you. I'm pretty sure it will be. That's why the first video I'm making is made inside at home. What I wanted to share with you as a video for today, it's something I've been asked for sometimes now. It's the sharpening, and usually I'm sharpening my knives with the workshop tool because from Darex, because it's very expedient, not expedient, it's very quick and very easy, and very you are sure you are doing it the right way each time, and it's, you know, the best possible way you can have continuous sharpening on your knife. Now, sometimes with bigger blades like this, it's a chopper. I don't care as much if it is razor sharp. Yeah, it has lost a bit of its sharpness. It's not hair popping sharp, but I'm gonna use that one as an example today for sharpening with some stuff that I've basically built myself, and I'm gonna show you. This is one of the kits I'm using when I'm out and don't want to spend too much. Basically what it is, it's a piece of very straight beech wood, which has some, it's 600 or 800 paper, sandpaper taped to it. Sometimes I do just 2 sticks like this. It's double-sided tape with a piece of leather, not too thick because I don't want the thickness to roll the steel in a way I don't want it to, if it makes sense. Yeah, it's recording, sorry. I'm just taking a quick should look at this. And I have one side preloaded with some compound and the other side just without anything. And when I'm out in the woods, sometimes I use some ashes as a compound if I don't have anything else, or some stone powder I make right on the time making this. And the other thing sometimes I bring with me is nothing else than a what do you call that? A permanent marker. I don't care if it's permanent, but it's very useful if you want to make a quick and effective way of sharpening your knife. You're not forced to take that if you are good at keeping your angles. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move the camera a bit and try to have a better shot at what I'm doing here as I'm doing it. So, excuse me, no editing, so I'm gonna do my best to be sure I'm making that okay here. So the reason why I use that, as you can see, the blade already has some marks of marker from before, and I just mark the edge I want to sharpen with the marker here on both sides. And making this sharpener, be careful not to cut yourself. I'm not responsible if you cut yourself doing that the way I'm showing. As always, this is my in-video disclaimer. So you're not forced to use the marker on all the blade. I do it just because I can. But I'm not respecting always all the thing. So now with this magical nunchaku, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the sandpaper side, and I'm just using my knee as a way to hold the knife, and I take first angle, I lay the piece of wood flat and then just angle it a bit. And the fact that I've decided to add some marker, you may not see it, but I actually see where I'm removing some steel, which means I know if I'm working the edge or something else. And first go with a very shallow angle and work your way toward the edge. You don't need to press with a lot of force. Just count the number you are doing. What I haven't done right now, I've forgotten to count them. So now I'm not even yet working the very edge of it. I think I'm at 5 or something like that. So from now on I will count. I'm here at 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm trying to go in diagonal like this, and when I come here I try to always, I don't do it the best way possible, but it's like you have lines going always at 90 degrees from the edge. So this means I'm gonna not push it that way because it will round my point, my tip, the tip of my knife, but I'm turning, you see, like this, and with very light pressure. And then when I'm going on the other side, the way I do it to be safe or safer, I lay the back of the knife, the back of the blade on my arm and push. Here I had taken a very sharp angle, so it's not a good thing. And what I'm doing here, and try for better results to keep a very good angle. Now I'm gonna do okay, I've forgotten to count again. This is the problem when I do video, I forgot to do the thing the proper way, which is bad, especially when you are showing a technique. Okay, I think I have removed all the brag from the edge and almost on all the surface here. So now same thing, but with the loaded side of the leather. I don't put much pressure on it. What is it saying? Oh, sorry. And it's something blinking, but it's only the focus. So I was at 7, I believe. And as you see, I count like so. I go up to the belly, or yeah, the belly of the knife, and then I just take it a bit above. I'm not very flexible from that wrist. So here I think I'm at 11, 12, something like that. And same as before. Okay, 10 more on that side, because I've done 20 on the other. A little bit more. I forget to count because I'm not 100% focused. I'm focused on making that video and not on what I'm doing. That's not good. So now, just to be sure, I'm gonna double the angle from what I'm usually doing. So if I'm doing this, I hope you see, if I'm doing this, like so, now I'm gonna do this, but with even less pressure than before. 10 times on one side. Okay, so now, yeah, now it's removing hair. Do I have some paper here? Yes, I do. Let's rip a page somewhere. Okay. This will do, and we'll see. So, as I've said, yeah, I don't need to have it razor sharp, but with that technique I think I'm gonna see if I can have really thin pieces. I could probably do nicer curls, but here I was not aiming at such a nice edge. I was just aiming to resharpen and field sharpening, I mean. And to be honest, this costed me some scrap leather I had back, 2-3 francs for the wood, some sandpaper, and it's all holding together with ranger bands. So it means it's very easy to build yourself some string, and this actually cost me more than this. It's you are not you don't always need that. This is just because it's practical, and yeah, it works well. It's easier than charcoal, but you can actually put some charcoal, darken the blade with anything you get at hand. It's just to have a visual of what you are doing on your edge. And I'm just gonna see if I have a piece of wood here that I can use. Yeah. I don't know what kind of wood this is, but we'll see. Okay. I'm getting them. Okay, here we are. So you can get it pretty thin. Those would probably take a flame, a spark, and burst into flame. So I'm sorry, I have just so many messages right now. So here is a way to resharpen this, and yeah, this time you may not see it, but it removes hair. If you do it right and you take the time to do it, you can resharpen this in the field easily with something that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and you will convex your blades if it's not a convex blade with that technique. And perhaps, as I've said before, and I did not go in depth with that, but you can do two with leather on both sides, or just one with the leather and add the sandpaper around. This will allow the sandpaper to take the shape of the leather, so hollow itself as you are moving with the blade, and create a more convex feel. I don't do that because I like, this was not a good example, but I like to be conscious of the angle I'm giving to my blade most of the time, and I have this to convex it and smoothen, yeah, get it smooth at the edge. So yeah, you could use it that way. I don't. I prefer to use it that way because I have more visual control on what I'm doing, and most of the time I use my legs also to keep that angle right. So these are just little tips. You can sharpen your knife in the field for a very little amount of money. It doesn't cost you an arm and leg, and it's easy to build this kind of gear. You can have a roll of paper ready for replacing this. I don't know, it's easy, it's just a way I'm using when I'm out in the field and have to resharpen my knives in a hurry, like so. So I just wanted to share that with you, and well, other than that, I thank you for watching. I will probably not play another of those tunes on my bagpipe right away, but I thank you, and I also want to thank you once again, my friend who sent me that video camera that allowed me to record more videos for you with I mean, it's more than decent. It's an excellent picture quality from what I'm seeing right now. So it's just amazing. Thank you very much, and you know who you are. I want to thank you a whole lot, and well, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will keep you posted about this story, and also will try to make as many videos as I can, just because I think it's a great way for me to go forward, to move forward, and not remain in a bad mood, because you know, bad mood takes a lot of energy, and I don't like to spend too much energy for things that are not worth it, in my opinion. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you soon. Cheers.